I didn't do anything to deserve to be shot, pistol whipped, beaten up, and then arrested.
That was cab driver Thomas Moorhan back in 2011. The morning after, he said off-duty police officer Anthony DiLeonardo tried to kill him. Officer DiLeonardo fired 5 times at Moorhan in his cab, hitting him twice. DiLeonardo claims Moorhan was attempting to run him over in a fit of road rage. But parts of the Nassau Police Internal Affairs report contradict the officer's version of events. According to this 375-page report recently obtained by Newsday, Officer DiLeonardo had spent the night bar hopping in Huntington with fellow officer Edward Bynes and was following him to Jericho Turnpike. That's when IAU investigators believe Bynes almost ran Moorhan off the road, and Officer DiLeonardo came up behind the cab driver, flashing his lights and honking his horn. According to the report, all 3 cars wound up stopped here on Oakwood Road and Huntington Station. The report says after an exchange of words with Moorhan, Officer DiLeonardo walked towards Moorhan's cab and fired 5 shots, hitting him once in the chest and once in the arm. According to the IAU report, Officer DiLeonardo then walked up to Moorhan's cab, busted the window with his gun, then struck Moorhan in the face with his weapon, breaking his nose. Moorhan was charged with reckless endangerment and assault, but the Suffolk District Attorney dropped those charges 3 months later, saying there was evidence the officers had been drinking. The IAU report confirms that, stating that Officer DiLeonardo told DA investigators he had 8 to 10 drinks that night. The Internal Affairs Unit recommended disciplining Officer DiLeonardo for 11 of what it calls unlawful acts and 8 departmental rules violations. But DiLeonardo is still an active police officer. It's not clear if he was actually disciplined, and neither he nor Bynes was ever charged with a crime.
This was unfair, and nobody deserves to go through this.
Moorhan, meantime, has filed a civil suit. It alleges that the Nassau and Suffolk police departments conspired to protect the cops at Moorhan's expense.
Obviously, they were not charged in this case because they're brethren officers. Certainly, if you or I had gone out, drank, shot 5 rounds into the windshield of 2 innocent pedestrians, we would justifiably be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Suffolk County District Attorney Thomas Spoda said criminal charges have not been filed against any of the involved officers because Moorhan refused to speak to his investigators, hindering his ability to present the case to a grand jury. And through a spokesman, Nassau Police Commissioner Thomas Dale told us no criminal wrongdoing was found. He adds that he wants his Internal Affairs Unit to monitor the civil court proceedings to see if any new information is brought to light. Christine Ensinger, News 12, Long Island.